there folks, welcome back to the Chap's Guide. My name is Ash and I am your host on this journey through men's style, self-development and personal grooming. And today you join me again at my wonderful woodland retreat here in southern England. It's called Oak Lodge. Yes, it is merely a shed, but it's where I come for a bit of solitude, isolation and to find myself. Again, good mental well-being. Well, as you may know if you followed the channel for a while, I occasionally when I come here review military ration packs, and I've done so from a number of nations. I've done the British one, I've done the Lithuanian, I've done the Spanish, I've done the French, but today it is the one which I've been waiting for most of those years, and it is the US Military MRE ration pack. Now, the MRE ration pack comes with a solid reputation for a number of reasons. Obviously, it is the main ration pack of the United States military. And of course, the United States military is the best funded military organization in the world. I believe its annual expenditure is to the tune of 800 billion US dollars. So we would like to think some of that has been spent on the way that they feed their troops. And I'm going to look forward to testing this out in a moment. So what I'm going to do, it's a full experience. I've never had one of these before. I've never opened it. I've no idea what's in it. All I can tell you is that this is menu 7, beef strips in a savoury tomato-based sauce. So we're going to go through the experience together of opening this pack, and then I'm going to eat it for my lunch, my main meal here at the lodge, and I'll tell you about my experiences as we go through that. It's really incumbent upon me to thank the donor of this wonderful ration pack who sent it here all the way from the USA to me, and that's Joe Calameo. Now, Joe very kindly contacted me and offered to send me some of his nation's MRE packs. So thank you very much, Joe. I'm really looking forward to this. So let's crack this baby open and see what's in there. Okay there, folks, here we go. This is what we have. The US MRE, menu 7, beef strips in a savoury tomato-based sauce. Now, I've never seen one of these before, and it says here, peelable seal. So we will see how that operates. Perhaps it's something that can be reopened or reclosed. Okay, there we go. Right, this is the exciting bit. What is inside? So here we have a vacuum sealed bag containing a number of sachets. Always the exciting bit, this. Never know what's going to be in the bag. Carefully peel it all open and see what's within. See what is the bounty of the mighty superpower that the United States of America is. How do the chaps eat? Okay, great. Right, this is a self-heating element of some kind which will be used to heat our products in a moment. And there's some information on there which explains to me how to do that. Typically these involve just adding water, so we'll give that a try. Here we have beef strips in a savoury tomato sauce. Simple sachet, feels hearty, feels a fair amount in there. Something to look forward to indeed. This is obviously the menu card or whatever it is. I think it's probably something which goes along with the heating element, and it tells me information on there. Recovery meal, good MRE sauces, and the calories which are contained within there. So good stuff. Here we have, what does this little fella say? Chocolate pudding with protein. So that's a sort of semi-liquid product in there. I can feel that. A drinkable chocolate pudding by the look of it, because of the little thing at the top. Here we have peppermint candy rings. Generally referred to as polo mints here in the UK, but we'll give that a try. What have we got here? I don't know. It seems like the little bits and pieces which you normally get with one of these meals. So it's got some chewing gum. Got a few. Let's get in there and have a look, shall we? What is in here? So we've got beverage-based cranberry grape sugar-free. So I think that's probably a drink which you add to water. We've got a moist towelette. We have got some salt, chewing gum, and I'm not entirely sure what this is. Toilet paper, I'm going to guess. And I think it is. Yeah, that is toilet paper. If you require, well, I mean, to be honest, I think I would need a little more than that, but there we go. Needs must. Peanut butter in a sachet. Sounds good. I love peanut butter. We have got, what have we got here? 200 calories are in here. Doesn't really tell me what it is. Oh, it's a white wheat snack bread. That's interesting. That sounds like it would go rather well with peanut butter, doesn't it? And a couple more last things here. Ooh, a spoon. Now, in the last few of these sachets, we've been deeply disappointed by very poor quality spoons, particularly with the French ration pack. So that one looks like a good solid one. I noticed some residue. It looks like this blackberry jam has burst a little bit, unfortunately. Tastes all right. And this is Irish cream cappuccino instant powder. Wow, I have never had a coffee option like that before. Do you know what? I'm hungry, it's lunchtime. Let's get back up to the wood burning stove where I'm spending the day and let's dine. Okay, before we get started, for me the important part is heating this main course and learning to understand how the heating element works. It seems to be a simple case of a chemical reaction caused by water being added to the chemicals which are inside here. So what one has to do, and I've read the instructions on the heater pouch. I take my pouch, which is the actual male meal itself. I place it inside the heater pouch, like so. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but it all goes in. That drops down in there. Now, what I need to do is add water to these into the pouch so it reaches between these two black lines which are visible on the bottom. Clearly in bold it says do not overfill. So I'm just going to add some water, making sure not to overfill. And then we will see. Here we go. Right, so I'm just going to fold it over now and place it within the little cardboard pouch which is provided, which I believe is designed to allow that product to go to work. And it does say just prop it up. So I'm going to use my water bottle to do that. Prop it up to allow it to heat up. We'll come back in 10 minutes. I can see it starting to smoke already. There's clearly a chemical reaction taking place. Let's hope lunch will be good. Right then, how's it going? Well, my main course is heating up nicely and it feels really warm. There's a little bit of steam escaping. Clearly it's working well. I've made a start on what I think is intended as a snack, or maybe something to grab as you're going throughout the day. I've opened up what was described as the white wheat bread and I've covered it with peanut butter and the jam. So I'll come and show you what it looks like. It actually looks rather splendid, looks rather tasty. Hope you can see that all right. There are no complaints about that at all. Now I'm going to eat it because it just looks great. The bread is rather stodgy, but the peanut butter is superb, as is the jam. And to go along with that snack, I've availed myself of what was described as the Irish cream cappuccino. So I've added hot water to it. I've boiled on my stove and I've just stirred it in and I'm going to try it. I have to say it smells beautiful. It tastes great as well. There's no complaints about that. That is a fabulous snack. I mean, I've had a few coffees in ration packs before, but nothing like a speciality liqueured flavoured. And oh, that's great. And apparently you can drink it cold equally. So let me just say, the snack is fantastic so far. Well, everyone, I've now enjoyed that snack. About 10-15 minutes have lapsed and my main course is warm to touch. So let's get it out and see what she tastes like. I can only tell you that it is beautifully warm. There's still a chemical reaction going on there. I can hear it. But I think I'm ready. I'm more than happy to eat it. Ooh, it is quite warm in there, as it is. So there we go. There is my steaming hot, as you can see. And I'll let that carry on doing its job. I love these chemical reaction ones. They make life so much easier for you. And that's lovely and warm. I have to say, that is the sort of meal that would really warm you up and get you going on a cold day. So I'm going to slide the top off. I'm sure there's a better way of doing it than I've just done it. But that will allow me access to the meal anyway. Let's get that off there. Hands are a bit slippery and wet, but oh, it's come off nicely. So, looks good. So it's looking rather splendid in there. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just get my mobile phone out of my back pocket and I will get the video function up. And that way you can have a close-up of what I've got here in my hand. So there we go. Sorry about the light being all over the place today. That's the problem with filming in the outdoors. You can't guarantee what you're going to see. So as you can see, that is beef strips in a tomato sauce. And I can tell you it's lovely and warm. Get the sun on it. You can see what's in there. Let's give it a try. Let's see what she tastes like. The spoon is very practical, very useful. And I'll just step forward so I can see you a little better as I taste this wonderful meal. Let's give it a go. The sauce is thick and creamy. The strips of beef, they're like slow cooked beef. Absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to enjoy this. Let me sit down and enjoy this slowly and at a leisurely pace. Okay everyone, now finally it is time for what is described chocolate pudding with protein. I've ripped off the top, and I guess this is something you can just easily consume on the go, just by, because it's a semi-liquid form inside. You just squirt it into your mouth, I guess. A rich, luxurious chocolate flavour. Absolutely wonderful. It's a mouthful of pure heaven. Going to enjoy this. Well, chaps, that was the American MRE ration pack, and here it is. Here's my container full of empties, because I've eaten it all. Everything which came in there, which was a wonderful savoury meal, I enjoyed enormously. And I have to say, it was easy to operate. The self-heating element made my lunch very warm and palatable. There is nothing in here that I didn't eat. Now, in previous experiences with military ration packs, there's always been something there which disagreed with me or didn't have a pleasant taste or anything like that. But talking through what was in here, the first thing I tried was the white wheat bread, which I covered with the peanut butter and the blackcurrant jelly or jam. And that was great. I mean, the bread was a little stodgy, but let's be honest, you know, you can't put proper bread inside one of these things, but it was a fairly good representation of bread, and I enjoyed it enormously. Really tasty. As you can imagine, jam and peanut butter always works well. Then I had with that I think it was called Irish cream cappuccino, or wherever they described it as. That was just add hot or cold water. I added hot water. It was a warming, flavoursome, quite rich and luxurious drink, and I really enjoyed it. So there was no issues with that at all. So moving on to the main meal, I then had the beef strips in a tomato-based sauce, as you saw from close up, and I can still smell it now on the packing. That was really tasty, really warm, really filling. The sauce was rich and sticky, and the beef was sort of slow cooked and soft in the mouth like butter when you started to chew it. Really warming, really cheery, and you know, I could tell there's lots of energy and power in there. After that, I indulged in the chocolate pudding with protein. Now that was, as you can imagine, it was kind of liquid, so you know, you don't get the experience of chewing. There's no texture in the mouth. You're kind of sucking it down, but fabulous taste. I mean, no arguments with that at all. You know, you can tell protein, energy, power inside that. that pudding was what you would need if you're expending a lot of calories, which actually I'm not today, so I need to do something after eating all of that food. I also had one of the polo mints, or peppermints as they called it. Very nice, as you can imagine, cleanses the palate after you've had your food. And then I had the chewing gum. The only thing I didn't use from the pack was the salt, the toilet paper, and the cranberry beverage, I think it is. So pretty much went through that. And I gotta say, first of all, to Joe Calamio, thank you so much for sending along that ration pack. I hate to have to say it because, you know, up to this point, the British Army ration pack was at the top of the pyramid. It's definitely been knocked off. For my money, that's the best Army ration pack, or MRE, which I've experienced on my journey so far of the nations I've had the opportunity of trying. It's great to see and really enjoyable. And, you know, you American soldiers, sailors and airmen, you're fortunate people if that is what you get for lunch when you're out in the field. A damn sight better than the Lithuanian army, I can assure you. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video of me up here in Oak Lodge enjoying an outdoor lunch. It's been a pleasure to share my experience with the US MRE pack with you. And again, thank Joe for sending that along. He sent me a few of them actually, so I will be using them as we go along in Oak Lodge in the future. Now, if you know of a military ration pack that you would like me to trial, to review and to give you my observations on, maybe you can point me to the direction of some. Maybe you've got some that you can send to me. Please get in touch and I would be delighted to run it through its paces here in Oak Lodge. So if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more like this, click the red button, subscribe. If you'd like to practically support the channel and fund me purchasing more of these ration packs, you can buy me a coffee. And you can do that by following the link in the show notes below. So until the next time, enjoy your spontaneous trips to the outdoors and underpin them with a solid lunch, be it British, Lithuanian, French, Spanish or US military ration packs. They really give you a fire in your belly and the strength to go on. So until the next time, take care, and I will see you again very soon.